Dancin Pete here, the Horse Talk Show. I'm with Tommy Turner, Da Fence Turner, and we're gonna do a walk and stop. Hey, is that a new one for you?
Yeah. Yeah. New? No. No, this is
Oh, and look at this.
This is a standard repair for Marion County.
Screw sticking out.
Yeah, this is I've seen worse. I've seen bale and twine. I mean, I don't know if it's worse, but bale and twine.
You're not a big fan of scabbing.
Electrical tape. Electrical tape's not common, but some people use it because it does match the black boards.
Right.
Black duct tape is probably one of the most common fixes.
Okay.
You know, the orange bale and twine is pretty noticeable. So people, you know, depending on backside property, I've seen a lot of bale and twine, or a patch board, the Band-Aid.
So let's talk about right now, since I see a screw on one side. Screws or nails when putting in boards?
A great question. So screws are amazing. They are great as long as whoever's putting them in does not bury them inside the board. And then just later down the road, when they're drove inside the board, you got to find that screw head. Hope that you don't strip the screw head out trying to get it out. Now you got to try and beat the board off with the screw still in it. Now you're going to split the end of the board, and you're going to create more problems and more damage.
Right.
So as long as whoever's installing the screws is conscious about how far in they go with them, they can be great. Okay. Don't countersink your screw heads.
Gotcha.
Is the biggest thing if you're going to use screws, because now you've got to get, you know, a Sawzall or a tool. You know, you've got to have tools now to replace that.
Well, my biggest thing with screws, and you stop me if I'm wrong, I don't like them because if I ever have a problem where I've got to get a board off to get a horse out of something,
there's always that, yeah.
Or something goes wrong,
it takes tools.
Yeah, I want to have a hammer that I have handy in my toolbox or in my truck that I can just beat it off and it's gone.
Screws take tools. That's the biggest, you know, the biggest thing for me is you've got to have a drill. You know, you're not going to do it with a Craftsman handheld screwdriver. Right. You're not going to back that screw out.
And if they're stuck on this side of the fence, you're not going to be able to get in there to do it.
Right. So yeah.
So what's the advantage?
Nails to me are your safest, most easily maintained, readily available, inexpensive compared to a screw. You know, if you're going to screw all your boards on, it's going to drive the cost of your fence up. Okay. For sure.
And then what size nails? Because I use pretty long ones.
Sure. 3-inch ring shank hot dip galvanized.
Okay.
Careful with the electroplated. The new treatment in the pressure treat is causing some of the electroplated nails to corrode and actually rust.
Oh, wow.
So make sure you're getting, you know, a good quality hot dip galvanized, and you can always ask your supplier if they are rated for the new pressure treatment.
Okay. Sounds great. Let's walk on. No nails sticking out.
Yeah.
I haven't gone through these.
So these are used boards, and whoever put them on just folded the nails back and rehung the board.
Right.
Again, is it oh, this is a good one. That's a broke post.
Yeah.
She's rotted.
Yeah.
Lack of saw.
Okay. So we've stopped here, and Tommy has noticed that we have a broken post because we can easily move it.
Yeah, she's wobbly.
And he's seen the craftsmanship of whoever put this board on was lacking what, Tommy?
A saw.
A saw.
Yeah. The overlap. I mean, it's a quick repair, you know, again.
And we have nails sticking out instead of into the post.
Yeah. So the nails sticking out, obviously a safety issue. It is on the outside. Small dog, you know, can definitely put their nose in there. Probably chances are slim, but it could happen, you know. I mean, we're always looking at the, you know, looking down the road, what could possibly happen, and that definitely is an issue.
Or somebody leaves a halter on a horse, sticks it over on this side, and accidentally grabs one of those nails.
Yep. You know, so I mean, that's a quick repair in the field. Just throw a board up there, it doesn't fit, didn't have a saw. Battery powered chainsaws for all you farm maintenance guys.
Battery.
The handiest
Chainsaw.
thing you can purchase.
Okay.
Grab one, throw it in your side-by-side, your golf cart when you're doing these quick repairs. You've got that battery powered chainsaw. There's no gas required. Bar oil, I think. Yeah, I think they do use bar oil. Just quick cut, make the board fit. You don't have any excess to hang anything up. Horse coming by, catch a leg on it.
Yes, sir.
Think a little bit of safety. Those
Definitely.
battery powered chainsaws aren't.
So we haven't done a
that
nail
expensive.
party. That's what I call it, a nail party on this pasture yet this year.
Go through and
So you
tighten
go through
everything
and
up.
you hit the nails in. You usually invite your friends like Tommy. Invite Tommy over and he brings his equipment and we go through and fix any boards and nails and we put flags to say we got to replace this post, and that's a good maintenance thought pattern. How often would you do that? How often would you do a walkthrough of your boards?
So the older the fence, the more often.
Okay.
Your newer fence, once every 6 months, a year. You can go a year on a brand new fence. I mean, good quality fence company should do it. On a brand new fence, they should walk, make sure there is no nail sticking out. And then you should have a year, but it doesn't hurt to check it periodically. There's not really a maintenance plan for that.
Okay.
But the older your fence gets, definitely the more often. Probably every 6 months. If you're going to put a time frame behind it.
Every 6 months, or if you have I always say if you have an empty pasture and you're about to put horses in,
check it.
Always.
Always.
It's worth the vet bill.
and most farms now have some sort of a maintenance guy, or as they're mowing, they can be looking at left side going down the line. Check that fence while you're mowing.
Yes, sir.
And then it's during the summer, it's every other day.
There you go. All right, let's walk on. Okay, we've stopped and Tommy has seen something and now he's going to talk about it.
Actually, I just come across this the other day and talking with another customer, and you can see my hand is
Below the
top of the post.
Gotcha.
I don't know that this is really a safety issue or not, but it's something that was just brought up the other day, and I thought about it. Posts that are above the board height. If you've got a horse that has a halter on in the pasture, this is definitely something that could get hung up.
Yes, sir.
It's just something that is one more thing to grab a piece of equipment, whether it's on a horse or whatever it may be, right? So definitely we try and keep our post tops flush with the top of the board to allow that smooth.
So this is somebody
smooth
that
top.
didn't get the post deep enough.
Board lower. I don't.
I've never thought.
I would never try and speculate on why it's that way, because most of them are not on the fence line. So this could, and it's even lower on that one.
Right.
It could have got pushed down.
Right.
At some point, but there's many types of different fencing, and some of them require a top.
Right.
And again, I'm not trying to say that it is a safety issue,
But it could
but I
be.
could see the hazard in that. So,
Well, it's the stories you always hear. Oh, that's never happened. And then somebody says, oh, yeah, I lost a horse who hooked his halter around the top of the post because it was flush. And
1 in a million chances.
but that 1 million
I
could
heard
be your
about
horse.
it. I heard about this happening. Did not witness it.
Right.
Can't tell you 100% that it even happened, but I heard the story. Farm had cut their post tops at a real steep angle. Had a horse go over top of the fence and land on top of a post and speared the horse.
Oh.
So
even the angle needs to be not so bad.
So we keep just a slight angle on them.
Gotcha.
Keep them as blunt as possible. Again, 1 in a million chance, right? I mean, this is something that never, just never happens.
Well,
but when you take that post top and you create that spike,
yeah.
and that one horse that just decides he's going to try it,
Yes, sir.
you never know,